Hi, I'm Katie. I've been surrounded with vintage goodies most of my life, but just in the last 10 years, I've figured out just how much delight I get from having it in my home and looking at it for other people. Come along as I share my shopping adventures at thrift stores, estate sales, and sometimes even along the curb. I will also be showing some of my decorating projects that I've completed and how I have chosen to add vintage to my home for a modern granny chic look. I hope you will find joy along the way as we reawaken vintage. Well, hi there, everybody. Welcome back. I love free stuff. You know that. If I can find a use for something, I'm going to grab it. This came up for free today, and my poor hubby, he's always going and getting stuff. But obviously, somebody made this stand. I don't think that this is store-bought, but maybe it is, with a sink and a very modern spout. So I do not need this in my house. So my plan, guys, is to make this an outdoor sink to use, yes, don't judge, it's messy right now, with my outdoor potting bench. So my idea is it goes right here in this empty spot. So of course the things I need to figure out are how to attach it to an outside hose, and then how to attach a drain so that when I'm using it, the water can then drain. So wish me luck. Here we go. Okay, I'm spying from inside the house. I may have bit off more than I can chew. So I've got my dad and my hubby out there looking to see what attachments are, and then we're going to go to Home Depot and see whether or not we can figure this out. But poor thing, I've got everybody involved in this project. Wish me luck. Okay, step number one is we have the dishwasher elbow, and yes, you can buy this just separately in a pack at Home Depot, and we are attaching it to the flexible line. We're having to do the cold water. So again, there's two lines, the hot and the cold, since this was an indoor sink. We don't need them both, since it's just going to be cold water. So we're just going to attach it to one. The other side of this will then be where our hose goes.
This is 3/8.
Yes, a 3/8 inch flexible line. It was the only one that was really for dishwashers. So even though this is an outdoor project, you're going to use a dishwasher elbow. Okay, step number two is we went to our spigot that was outside. So we already have one hose that we use, obviously, but now we need a second hose for the sink. So we've got this Y attachment, and then you can see two hoses attached to it. You could turn them off and on depending on what one you want to use. So pretty cool. Again, just at Home Depot. Okay, next step is to attach the drain. This is where I have to admit I did something wrong. So obviously you need to know how big your drain is. So I measured it and it was 1 1/4 inches, right? So when we went to Home Depot, I got a drain that I thought would work. But when we got it home, it wasn't big enough. And the reason is because I think at the store, they're measuring the inside of the tube and not the outside. So my husband did a little cutting of it, as you can see up there, and then we put the clamp. But in cutting it, he had to cut it, lower down. And so yes, we just this is just a temporary fix. But it doesn't leak, so hey, this is good. So anyway, just a simple drain. I've seen a lot of people, they just put a bucket down, right? Like all the water will just drain into the bucket, because again, this isn't a sink that's going to be running all the time, right? It's just for certain occasions. I just didn't want the bucket for aesthetic reasons, because my idea is that I'll put some plants and make it look really cute and pretty. So that's the reason I didn't do that. So the next part is you've got your flexible, not wiring. Oh my goodness, guys. You got this. You've got your elbow that I talked about, right? And you've got your hose. Okay, so I'm going to go over and I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to test the sink and see if it works. Okay, I've turned the hose on. I have to figure out something to get it like flush against my house so it's not out in the open. But the moment of truth, let's see if this works. Look at that, guys. And let's see, it's going, and it's going down the drain. Oh, see? You can see the water. And then we put ours against a fence that we have that has an opening. So if you can see, it's just going right into the ground, which then eventually goes into our front yard. So yay, it worked. Free sink for my backyard. So here's the big $1 million question is, what do you think? I have to clean up the bench. The bench is newly painted green. So even though I like the brown, I'm thinking I'm going to paint it green just for cohesiveness so that everything looks the same color, but maybe not right away. So looking for your suggestions. What do you think? Thanks. Okay, that's it for now, guys. Okay, final reveal for now. We are still debating about painting it green to match this. But for right now, this is what I've got. So again, free, but obviously we had to go buy some things. So I want to say probably, since we had to buy a hose, and hoses are super expensive now. A new hose was like 40 bucks. So under $100. But again, because of the caveat that we got this free. So we now have, it's not hooked up right now. I took the hose away. We've got a working outdoor sink, and it has little shelves on it, and I was able to put some succulents on there. So thanks so much for watching. As always, we would love for you to subscribe, and if you have any questions, you can comment, or you can email me at reawakenvintage@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.